Bienvenidos onto the base. Soy Francisco Frank Garcia, president and founder of the original Historical Music Society of Detroit. Here on location at the Curtis Museum, right here on West McNichols between Schaefer and Hubble, in the great city of Detroit, the great state of Michigan, these great United States, with our wonderful new president, Barack Obama, and we are experiencing a new spirit. We are re-experiencing a resurgence in the arts, and we're going to be right at the forefront because this unit, the Detroit Historic Musicians Association, has never stopped. Even when things looked their bleakest, even when we realized it was darkest before the dawn, even when we realized people have to bottom out before they can come back to the top, we stuck to our guns, we persevered, we stayed true to our nature and our form, and here we are, ready for the world. And with me right here, I've got our percussionist of our group. Next to me, my right, your left, the great Richard Simpson, drummer, vocalist, and the great Shandu Akeem, percussionist, the red, black, and the green. Fellas, it's great to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me, Frank.
Anytime, my brother. Richard, we're so glad that you're with us. You've been with us for so long, but somehow we continue to miss you when we do these projects, so we had to send out the Air Force to corral you, and we're glad that you're here as living proof, because people have heard you, and they've heard about you, the new people who've never seen you before, and some have called you an urban legend because they've never seen you in anything that we've done. So we want to disprove that Richard is not an urban legend. Well, he may be an urban legend, but he's also a real living, breathing human being. And he's right here with us. So Richard, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your career. Let's go all the way back to the beginning.
Well, age 5, any songs that came out that people wanted to hear, at 5 years old, I was singing and screaming. Started in church at age 7. They had to stand me on milk crates in the pulpit so everybody could see me. And yes, Jesus loves me, and it is no secret what God can do. The two first church songs I ever sang, and that got it going. Everything else after that was whatever came out on the radio and TV, all the way up, and including American Bandstand and Soul Train and so on. And we're still doing it. We're still doing it.
Who are some of your biggest influences vocally?
Bobby Blue Bland, Jeffrey Osborne, Tyrone Davis. There's so many, as you know. There's so many that I love and love to sing and play.
And when did you start playing drums?
I had actually started tapping on my desk in junior high school and high school, and I disrupted a lot of classes. And so once in a while, they say I earned detention. And I was singing it.
Is that part of the urban myth?
Yo, probably. And I wound up getting in trouble even in detention because I was singing and tapping on that desk as well. So I don't know what to tell you. It just got me in a lot of stuff. I picked up drums officially in the Army in Europe. 1964 to 67 on active duty in West Berlin. When I came back to the States and honorably discharged from the Army, I was officially a singing drummer. And I've been very, very happy and thankful ever since, because this is my life's joy.
Remember those gigs we used to do with the late Rick Reynolds?
Oh, yes. How can we ever forget those? We had some times.
We had the great international guitarist Johnny Bassett on guitar. We had Fletcher Barnett on tenor sax, Rick Reynolds on organ, myself on bass, and Richard Simpson on drums. And I remember Remember what Brooke used to do every time it was time for somebody to solo? We never did have it work out in the front where a person knew they were going to be the one soloing. Rip would be playing, and you know, he worked at Ford's for a long time, so his hearing was shot, and he'd be playing extra loud. And when it's time for somebody solo, he'd look at somebody and say, "You own!"
He would. He would. Oh, man.
Boy, talk about a character. There was some characters in that group, Jack.
Yes, it was.
And then remember we played in the Soul Messengers together. You were one of
Little King of the Soul Messengers.
earliest replacements after Leonard went into the Army.
Yep.
And we've done so many projects with so many people. I guess we've been linked together from the very beginning.
Hey, there you go. There you go. And it was a sound.
Yep. So I guess if you're an urban myth, I am too. Huh?
I guess you are. Keep the sound alive.
I am not a myth.
Oh, boy. All